What's going on, everybody? I'm back again with another video, and I'm now in another destination in the Philippines, in the beautiful island called Siquijor. And I arrived today, so I'm gonna start the vlog in this area over here. There's a cliff over here, and then I'm gonna be here for the next 2 days. So I'm gonna be inserting, a couple of clips throughout the days that I spend over here. So without further ado, join me. So this area that I'm starting my video is called Pogo Cliff Nature. It's one of the great attractions out here. I took the ferry from Dumaguete over here, which was only $6. There's a 30 peso fee to enter right here, so pretty nice. And then the attraction is going to be ahead of me, a nice view, so I'm going to show you guys. And this is the cliff right here, pretty iconic, and the beautiful sunset. Wow. Also the risky part, a lot of people, they go down here and they do their pictures, but it's kind of dangerous. And then they got the cliff over here, and this here is gorgeous. Wow. So this is it here. There's a cliff, and there's even a guy standing over there. Holy, I would not do that. It's very risky. But this kind of reminds me, believe it or not, of home. This reminds me of the hometown that I grew up in Puerto Rico called Cambugahay, and there's an area that's called El Faro Los Morillos, and they have cliffs like this, but way bigger than this. A little bit risky here. People are there taking their pictures, but like I said, like I tell you, the Philippines and my home, Puerto Rico, has a lot of similarities, Then you got to be careful right here, because it's literally like the cliff deep down here. One thing about Siquijor, it's very hot comparing to Dumaguete and the Manila area. Like the sun literally hits you in, but pretty beautiful island right here, And then here you see the sunset. But I think the sunset's like around 5:15. It's only 4:47. And then this over here is pretty nice. And my face pretty dark. But it's like a little hidden gem, I think the best way for you to get in Siquijor is like you rent a scooter or a motorbike and you just get around. So they're not sure if my camera does justice, but you can see how crystal blue the water is, and then people can literally stand there in that cliff. Holy, somebody literally just jumped in the water, but this is pure beauty right here. And talking about Puerto Rico, somebody's literally playing Bad Bunny in the corner. So I want to see who's the DJ. It literally reminds me of home. Feels like I never left home. Right here you got this esquinita, and then here you got the view of the cliff over there. Wow, look how beautiful it is. Here I am, the sun is literally hitting me in my face, but see, look at this beauty right here. This is just the beginning. I'm gonna study where else can I go in Siquijor. But like I told you, so many islands in the Philippines that you can literally go island hopping, so much to do out here. So I'm not gonna go down, but I'm just showing you a close up. Yeah, now what if I slide and boom, bam, boom, fall on the other side? Hell to the no, man. Or maybe should I? Nah, I think I'm Gucci. You're literally surrounded by palm trees out here, so this is nice. And a lot of people taking their Instagram pictures, so it's really dope. And then literally, I don't know if you can see it, but I'm literally sitting in the borderline of the cliff of the water. I came all the way here. I did some challenges with my life, I resigned my job. I decided to take a leap of faith and travel, so I think this is the least. Conquering your fears. I'm scared of heights and cliffs, and I'm doing it right here, This country really means a lot to me, the Philippines, because I realized a lot of things in life. I started to realize a lot of great things, learn more about life and stuff. But this is really beautiful. Take a flight from Manila to Dumaguete, then the boat over here and island hop and get to know the locals, get around. This country has so much to offer. You see more of the views right there, and look at this beautiful blue water. There were some turtles, but I don't know if my camera can capture it. And of course the sunset is falling right here, so. So I'm stopping here to get some dinner. It's not too far from my hotel, literally right here, but the view ahead of me is impressive. I'll show you guys. Look at this beautiful view and sunset. Wow, it's gorgeous, right? The sky, everything is just, it's like a movie out here. So I got my food out here, not sure if you can see me clearly, but yeah, I ordered lechon kawali, which is pretty famous out here in the Philippines. So I think I'm just gonna start with the lechon only. Gonna dip it in the sauce that they gave me here, and then I'll mix it with the rice, but let me see. Very good, and it has like the chicharron at the end. So I'm just gonna finish my video, and tomorrow's gonna be a full day of exploration in Siquijor. I got my car with me, so either rain or shine, I'm gonna be out there seeing what else is to do out here and bringing you content. So good night for tonight. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. This is another day in Siquijor. This is my accommodation right here. So I rented a car and I'm gonna start road tripping around to see what can I find, so let's go. This is the car that I rented. It's literally like a square shape. Pretty nice, you know, it's actually a minivan, but pretty compact. You know, you can rent it around. I rented around Facebook through WhatsApp. Looking at square shapes, I want to give a shout out to my great friend, moderator of the channel, even member of this channel, Patrick. I always troll him that he has a square head, right? So look, Patrick, I have a van that literally reminds me of you, see? Square shape, the edges and everything over here is pretty sharp. But now this car is gonna guide me around Siquijor. So I'm in the car, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drive around probably some small towns out here in Siquijor. The first one I think is pronounced Lazi. I'm not sure if it's Lazi or Lazi, but I heard there's a beautiful church over there, so I'm probably gonna stroll around and walk around just to see how the small towns are out here in the provinces. And then I'll probably drive around the stretch, and you're probably gonna see mountains, nature, so you know, I'm just getting to explore a little bit of this beautiful country. I'll stop here in this area with the old Enchanted Balete tree, which is a tree that I believe is over 400 years old. They have it preserved right here, that it looks nice. They have like a sign outside and shops out here that looks pretty good. Even restaurants, it's a good area if you're road tripping. You can do a pit stop here, use the restroom or get some snacks, some souvenirs and stuff. So yeah, this is nice. This is a tree that goes all the way up here. Then the sun literally hits like in the middle over there. So got a spring that has fishes too. And like I say, you can literally dip your feet in here, you know. So it goes all the way towards the other side. There's people over there hanging out. And then see, you can stand in the middle, and if you want to get your pictures taken, you can. But this is actually, wow, a really, really giant tree. Nature, everything, you know. One of the beautiful things about being in tropical countries, so you get all year long warm weather and you get nature like this. So literally the fish inside the water, I heard they can even massage your feet. So that's pretty nice and pretty therapeutic. You know, and then behind me they got like food stalls, you know, snacks, like if you wanna have food or anything. The comfort rooms are on the other side. It's 5 pesos to use the restroom, but it's, you know, pretty cheap, only a few cents, but just to help out so they can preserve it and maintain it pretty clean. Let me walk around the other side to see if there's anything interesting that I can find. And here we got more. Oh, we got like a nice lake over here with all the fishes. Wow, we even got like golden looking fish. This one, looks like they want to say hi to the camera. What's up? I even see little baby fishes out here. So that's nice. Let me see what else is happening. And the other side, I think this is like a little cage where they got the birds. Oh, nice. It's like a little mini sanctuary, not only the tree that they got here. And then of course it's surrounded by all the nature, so Siquijor. You know, driving around here is pretty good, and they're literally developing the road. So I know in the future this place, Siquijor, is gonna be like a hot spot for people to come. Here's a close-up. Look how the branches, they start, and they're probably way deep underground. You know, the canal and all that, they start from the floor and then they go all the way up here. A lot of effort, see, and then I see like the ropes over here. Well, I'm not sure they do activities to walk for this, but this is really cool, you know. Preservation of nature and the forest, so. And of course, everybody, you know, taking pictures, videos, having a good time together. Oh, what I needed to see is 20 pesos a fee to get in. But now I'm just gonna hop back in and head on to the next stop, probably towards the church. Probably find some place here to eat, but it's only right now. It's only 10, 11, it's pretty early, but you know, if I see anything interesting, I'll just film it or show you guys. But let's keep on the road trip to another location now. Here I made it to a very local area. The church is right here. And wow, this is like in the middle of kind of like nowhere, you know, but the architecture is really beautiful. And there's another nice looking building across me, so let's walk it forward. There's a school there. I guess they're doing like some training for performance or something. So look how beautiful the church is. As you guys know, I'm a huge fan of architecture like this. So like I say, even if it's a small town or a big town in the Philippines, they got cathedrals all over, you know. And then there's a beautiful tree across the street, so I'm gonna show you guys. See the big tree over here, just like the one that I was filming. This one's free of charge. It's literally exposed to the space, and then beautiful architecture over here. I think it's like a monument. I'm probably gonna check it out later. They do like a Catholic school all over here, the building, everything, you know. There's like a basketball court over that way, and then of course the beautiful church. Which the church looked kind of small, but it's actually pretty long and extensive. It goes all the way in the back. As you probably saw a little shot in the inside. So literally training here in the school, you can probably hear the music. And then over here is Lazi Municipal Hall. I guess it's like the city hall of the town. Pretty small, just showing a little bit what's around here, and then I'm gonna drive somewhere else. I'll figure out what else is to do around here. You'll see how the church keeps going in the back, and then this is it. The city hall, municipal hall, and then the basketball court of the school where students are training. I guess they do like parades or festivities over here, you know. In the Philippines, a lot of these small towns, you know, they really go big with universities and schools performing. You know, they do bands and music out here, and they do pretty well, you know. You know, I think this is what makes some pretty special the Philippines, like the fiesta. And every municipality has a lot to offer right here. I made it to another area here that I think is pretty popular. It's called Cambugahay Falls. I'm not gonna go in the water, but I just wanna check it out and film it and see what's going on. So here I am, it's 50 pesos per head, so less than $1, and I'm gonna go down the stairs, you know, and then the waterfalls. But if you're pretty adventurous, this is a good place for you to go. It seems like it's famous. I see a lot of foreigners out here, you know. So over here, comparing to other parts of the Philippines, they are literally like spread out the places, but yeah, we're gonna go deep down here. The part is gonna be, for me, going back up. I'm not even dressed for. That's okay, I'm just here to explore, film, and show you all the beauty that Siquijor has to offer, so let's do it. So the stairs, just a warning, be careful because it's very slippery. So I got sneakers on, so I'm just taking it easy, and I'll show you the view once I make it underneath, but you can see we're literally surrounded by nature. And this is the thing about a lot of islands out here in the Philippines. Like, you got a lot of hidden gems, a lot of waterfalls, a lot of things to do, you know. So it's not only beach, it's also mountains, volcanoes, waterfalls, so, and you gotta be down for adventure. So I think I'm half the way, still gotta go down. No big deal, my issues when I come back up, oh Lord. But hey, let's do it, I'm here. Once you come down, this is what you get, the waterfalls. All of this over here keeps going the other way, the river, and there's more over that way, you know, so they got a lot of cool stuff. And then people can literally just go up and jump in the water. I think it's just a mission to be walking around here, you know, so what you get, I think my advice would be not to wear slippery shoes, you know, just to be careful when you walk around here, you know. A little hard to get down here, but I think it's worth it because you get like a pretty nice view up here. Look at this guy, he's on a phone filming. That's crazy, yo. I wonder if that water is cold. Crazy. But yeah, this is me. Shame on me, I don't know how to swim, and I'm very sensitive when it's about cold water. But it looks like it's really fun, you know. Like an adventure. If you guys love water and you know how to swim, I think you will love this fall right here. It's pretty nice. So you see, they got more over this side, so beautiful nature. But so much to see around the island and throughout the more than 7,000 islands that the Philippines has to offer. Look at this, this is so cool. I guess you pay a little fee and you can ride this thing and get your pictures right there. Yo, these Koreans are living the life, you know. Good work. They're working out here, having fun at the same time. I think somebody's gonna jump. There they go. Oh no, he's just taking a picture. Wow. Another female out there. Yo, man, I don't know how to do this, but it's just fun looking at the people jumping and this stuff. I gotta tell you, man, I'm a little jealous. I wish I could do that thing, jump all the way high and fall in the water. I'm just trying to figure out, man, how did they knew they could do that? Like, I don't even know how deep is that water over there, but it's an adventure seeing the people just jumping in that, you know, and swimming through the water. Yeah. So yeah, even if I'm not going in the water, I'm just enjoying this, watching the nature and seeing the Koreans, you know, working with the phone, filming, and everybody here, you know, just jumping into the water and swimming. This is actually really fun, man. Yo, look at this guy. This is high up, and they can jump all the way down there. So it's actually 50 pesos to get on top over there. I just heard somebody ask. That's what they charge a little more if you want a video, they'll do it for you, you know. So yeah, you know, that's really good that if you want to get your pictures, they got, you know, workers here that will shoot the video for you, you know, and you can post it in your social media. So we got a family, even a grandma, wow, God bless. Taking care of her, wanting to have that family picture. Nice. Here I am going up the stairs. I gotta take a break. I've got a companion with me, the dog. Why, dog? You chose me? Because I look like you, right, dog? Come on, dog, let's do it. I'm not even joking. This dog's literally walking with me. Are we correct? See? Hey, doggy. If I move, you coming? Huh? So one good thing, they got a restaurant up here, so to fuel up, I order pancit. There's also like a fried chicken right here. I got for myself chicken curry. So I think I'm gonna start with pancit, which is a Filipino dish. One of my favorites too, so let's try it. So here we go. Cheers, everybody. It's good, masala. Now I want to dig in with the curry. Let me see. Chicken curry. Let me try this little piece. Let me grab a little more of the potatoes over here. It's pretty good. That's a little bit of a kick to it, a little spice in it, but it's not extreme, so it's manageable. So I'm just gonna finish this up and I'll catch you guys later. So it's my last day here in Siquijor, and I couldn't leave without filming a little bit of the port area. They got like a nice church here and a welcome sign that says welcome to Siquijor. I drove my car, so I'll just park here and walk around. Gotta tell you, one thing about this province, it's really hot, but I want to show you this in front of me. This is what they got. Like I say, many churches, they have this separate from the regular church. Now I'm just gonna try to see if there's a way I can walk towards the other side, but I see a lot of school kids out here. I think it's like the mini plaza that they got going on. This downtown is pretty busy, like all the action happens around here. They even got like Watson's Pharmacy and a Jollibee. So yeah, so I'm gonna walk forward to show you what's going on. Mostly like school kids and then like an office. Sunset's gonna fall down a bit, but I wanna go to the front to show you the welcome sign of Siquijor. Wow, even kids are riding scooters out here, so it's how the kids ride out here. So mostly the life of the province, and then on the other side is where they got all the tricycles, you know, waiting for those who take the ferry to Dumaguete or take it back, then they need to take it to your respective area. Tricycles over there, tuk-tuks, but I want to show you the church over here. And then on the other side is the welcome sign to Siquijor. So this is a really nice looking church with old architecture. This over here is St. Francis Church. Small, but it's pretty nice. And then a lot of towns, they have like their hills going on over here. And then that's the area that takes you straight to the port. But I want to show you this welcome sign over here. This is like your first impression of Siquijor, which is right here. Welcome to Siquijor. Then over here is where you take the ferry all the way towards the end. I got to do that tomorrow because I'm heading back to Dumaguete. And they got a couple of business around here for people to do. So but now I'm just gonna turn back and see what's going on and the other side. See like a cafe here. Just doing a little tour around the downtown so I can wrap up this whole video that I was filming in Siquijor. Rented a car, tried to do my best, but the heat was just brutal out here. This is a cafe. Maybe in the nighttime it's nice out here. Oh, look at this. Got a chicken running out here. Cool. And then they got the tuk-tuks right here. So a mixture of a little downtown and the nature and the palm trees. So over here, the vibes are like really, really chill. You know, it's not too busy like many other provinces where tourists go. So a lot of foreigners come here, but it's not like extreme, like I would say like Siargao or anything like that. Like it's much more chiller over here, you know, and simple life. But it's nice if you're into quiet life and stuff. I think you will like Siquijor, and the nature that it has to offer in mountains is really good. Yeah, but I love this over here. The welcome, first impression of Siquijor. So like in provinces, you know, they got like mini towns like this. And then there should be a little plaza over here where I can shortcut and make it towards where I park my car. But it's been awesome. I still got many, many other islands and areas to explore out here in this beautiful country. But it's always good to do like a little change of scene and environments. But at least I got a chance to visit Siquijor. You know, it's been awesome. A lot of people recommend me to come here, and since I was in Dumaguete, I finally made it over here. So try my best to film whatever I can. But now I think it's time for me to call at the end and make it up to a next destination out here. So and here we got a little plaza with the church and a lot of young kids hanging out here. But I'm going towards my car. Hello, kids. Hello. I'm gonna start wrapping up the video. I think that's been the end of it over here in Siquijor. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more. Be safe out there, everybody. God bless y'all, and peace.